Well, hello there, Sunshine. I am so glad that you're here with me today. Go ahead and get comfortable, grab a glass, settle in with me. Today is all about creating a little brightness from the inside out. Because even when the weather is a little less than cooperative, or we are spending a lot more time indoors, we can still support glow. We can support energy, mood in a really gentle and intentional way. So this live is absolutely about that. It is called Sunshine Glow Berry Spritz, and that's exactly what that it's meant to feel like: light and refreshing and happy, supportive. We are making a delicious mocktail today, so not a heavy supplement routine, not something that's complicated, just a very simple, beauty forward mocktail that fits right into your own real life. So if you're watching live or on the replay, say hey in the chat and let me know where you are watching me from. If you are just joining, don't worry. I'm going to repeat everything a few times so that you can absolutely follow along. We have some great stuff in store. But before we talk benefits and routines, or really anything else, let's start with the fun part because, well, the recipe, right? It's meant to feel enjoyable, okay? First, we're going to get to the fun stuff. So this is basically our berry spritz style mocktail. So you can absolutely make it on your own. I love using a base of sparkling water or even still water, that's fine. Sometimes I use a splash of like coconut water. They even make a sparkling coconut water that's amazing. Coconut water is incredible for hydration support. I'm sure you probably already know that. So then I love to add something that is berry based that you can kind of, so I do something called muddling the berries. So you kind of squish the berries, you put it in first, and then you add in, all your good stuff. So I want to start by doing that first. We're going to muddle our berries, okay? Let me go ahead and switch to a close-up of all the fun stuff that we're going to be doing. And this has got basically your recipe right here, okay? So please feel free to grab a screenshot of the recipe. It's going to be up, so no rush. Here's what we're going to do, my friends, okay? We are going to go ahead and muddle the berries. So I ran out of strawberries. All I have is raspberry at the moment, and then I have some fresh blueberry, all right? So we're just going to, these were frozen. As you can see, they've already started to thaw out. I'm just going to literally like press them in a little bit. Actually, it's probably already muddled enough because as they're frozen and they start to dethaw, they kind of muddle themselves. So that's basically it. And then we're going to add those to our beautiful glass, okay? Before we do that, let me go over just a few other ingredients. So, you have multiple different options. You can do still water, you can do sparkling coconut water, excuse me, you can do regular coconut water, you can do flavored coconut water. I highly recommend the pineapple flavored coconut water. It's pretty incredible. But today I chose this is basically like a daiquiri inspired, like a strawberry sparkling water or a berry sparkling water, okay? And that's what we're going to use as our base. So we're going to put our muddled berries in first, then we're going to pour our sparkling water into a separate glass, and then we're going to add the beautiful blue spirulina. We'll go over the details about that in just a bit. And then we're going to add the star of the show, which is all basically the Nutraharmony incredible products. You also could do just the regular tonic water by Fever Tree, really any sparkling water that you love. I've used Olipop, I've used Poppy, I've used, any kind of like kombucha, anything, honestly, anything with carbonation and with sparkle in it. So let's go ahead and get started, all right? So I'll take my straw out here. I've got my berries. I'm going to go ahead and just start plopping those in. Try to gently put them in because we want it to be pretty, right? We eat with our eyes first. We drink with our eyes first. Does anybody out there agree? Especially kids. So we're just going to kind of layer those in. All right. There's that. That's going to provide just a beautiful base. Plus it's going to make it totally delicious. All right. So next we are going to take our sparkling water. We're going to do about, as you can see in the recipe, 1 cup, give or take, of sparkling water. Today I am using I don't even know how to pronounce this, so forgive me. Something from France, I don't know. But it's a daiquiri inspired by the daiquiri. It's berry flavor sparkling water, and it is pretty good, I will say. It's actually delicious. So I'm going to go ahead in with about 1 cup. This would be so fun to do for like a girls' night, inside, movie night, anything that you want to make a beautiful and delicious mocktail. Plus, when you want to add the benefits of health, all the health in there, this is an incredible way to do it. All right, so now that we've got that in, the reason I separate that is because I want to put the blue spirulina in it, all right? Now, this is a highly pigmented, okay? And I do want to go over some of the benefits of the blue spirulina. So we just added our sparkling water into a separate glass, and then we're going to go in with about ½ teaspoon of blue spirulina. We're just going to gently stir, all right? So fun fact about blue spirulina, it actually is a really, really nutrient-rich algae that actually flows, in fresh water. And this kind of trips a lot of people up because spirulina is often thought to be a saltwater algae, all right? But it does not actually grow in salt water. So it actually grows in fresh water. And I was surprised to find that out a while back. Sometimes slightly brackish water even grows well in that as well, especially in warm, very mineral-rich lakes with a much higher pH. So, even though it's an algae, it's not marine. It's actually a freshwater superfood. So a lot of people love that fun fact. Of course, it has the most brilliant blue color. Nothing is unnatural about this. This is the actual color of it, and that comes from a natural compound called, and I think I'll pronounce it right when I say phycocyanin, I believe, phycocyanin. So what makes it so popular is that it's packed with antioxidants. It's also plant-based. It's very low in calories. It blends smoothly into smoothies, into juices, acai bowls. Just gives you that simple way to boost nutrition. Of course, while adding a beautiful pop of natural blue. A lot of people add the blue spirulina into anything that they want to avoid unnatural food dyes. So as you can see, it is highly pigmented, all right? So we're going to go in with about 1/2 teaspoon of the blue spirulina, and it'll come right off your fingers. It's not like it stains. Now, I don't know, you get it on your shirt, it might, but that is okay. All right, let me wipe that off my hands. We are just going to gently stir. Going to give it just a minute because it is sparkling. As you can see, it has the ability to kind of foam up pretty quickly. So we're just going to give it a minute to calm down as we gently stir it in. Isn't that the most beautiful color? I love it. And how fun would this be for our DIY full of health mocktail, right? I know that there's a ton of people in January that are giving up any kind of alcoholic drinks. This is a fantastic alternative, so definitely give this a try. Grab a screenshot while you can. All right, my friends, now we have got our beautiful blue spirulina ready to be poured in. All right, we're going to go ahead and pop that in. We're going to pop that blue foam right on top. I love it. It's like the perfect, pretty mocktail. It really, really is. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and while you guys are waiting with me, I'm just going to grab a tiny bit of ice. I'm going to put this blue spirulina out of the way in the sink so it doesn't get on anything. And I'm going to grab a little bit of ice to pop in. You could do with ice or without, of course. Really, there are no rules. There are no rules, okay? You make it how you think you will love it. This is just kind of to get you started. So we're going to go in with a tiny bit of ice. There we go. All right. We're just about done. The only thing left to do is to add basically the stars of the show. This is how we're going to put in all that healthy, my friends, okay? With these amazing, incredible Nutraharmony products right here, all right? So this is where the magic of healthy happens right now, okay? this is where Nutraharmony products are added in. Now I'm going to add in about 4 drops each of these. You definitely don't have to stop at 4 drops. You can add in the whole daily dose if you want. For instance, the Biotin Collagen, okay, all you have to do is flip it around. You will see that, you know, each actual product is a little bit different. So the Biotin Collagen, the recommended daily use is 2 milliliters. So a milliliter is half dropper full. All right, you can probably see there's a 1 milliliter mark. So for the Biotin Collagen, we suggest, of course, check with your doctor if you have any concerns or questions, but we suggest that you do 2 milliliters per day. So you definitely could add the whole dose of each of these. I just prefer to kind of take mine at different times of the day sometimes. So for instance, if I'm having this in the evening and I've already taken my full dose, I'll just add a few extra drops. But today we're going to stick with the 4 drops, okay? 4 drops each. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right? So that was our Biotin Collagen Drops. Take a look also at the product carousel. You will see right under me, right under the live stream window, there's actually a really fantastic bundle that has the Biotin Collagen Drops and the vitamin the D3K2 drops bundled up at a pretty significant discount. All right, so you can actually get both of these. Plus there's a ton of amazing sales going on right now, you guys, amazing sales. So just go ahead and scroll through that product carousel. So we just added in our Biotin Collagen Drops. Now we are going to go ahead in with our vitamin D3 and K2. Now, we're going to do about 4 drops of that. The recommended daily amount is 1 milliliter, all right? So I'm going to do about 4 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that was 5. That's okay. And then we are going to finish up with the organic lion's mane extract. If anybody, is anybody out there familiar with lion's mane? It's pretty amazing. When it comes to, I've been tracking like the results and the benefits of lion's mane for a long time now. But I'll be honest, this is the first time since partnering up with Nutraharmony that I've come across the liquid form, and I am absolutely loving it. I love anything liquid form. Makes it a lot easier. Sometimes I get tired of taking capsules, so this liquid form is absolutely the way to go for me. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to go over the details and the benefits of each of these products here in just a bit. So we're going to give it just a gentle stir. And then we are going to top it off with a few fresh blueberries. You could do a lemon wedge. You could do some mint in there, make it really pretty. But look at that, how beautiful. It is sparkling. It is blue. It is beneficial to your body because of these 3 amazing products that we just put in. You guys are not going to be sorry. So I love showing you all simple, easy, but effective ways to take care of your health. And this is just one of those ways. And it just happens to be extremely easy, all right? So I'll give you a close-up. I mean, I'm telling you, it doesn't get prettier than that, and it doesn't get, you know, honestly more delicious. So definitely grab a screenshot of that. And I'm going to switch back to my main scene here, and I'm going to take a sip, and we will go ahead and get started. Let me see here. Where is my other camera scene? There we go. All right, I'm back. Look at this. I mean, how beautiful is that? Let me get my camera to focus here. Don't you love it? All right, let's give it a taste. Oh yeah. That's sparkling. That's delicious. That's full of all kinds of health goodness. Oh my goodness. Because of the muddled berries at the bottom, you get like little tiny chunks of the raspberry. Love that. Give it a gentle stir. You've got it. It's simple. It's refreshing. It's honestly something that I feel like you could drink at any time. This would be amazing in the summer as well. That is for sure. Very, very refreshing, light on your tummy. I love it. All right. So now that we've got our sparkling berry spritz mocktail made, I do want to talk about the ingredients and why they matter. Starting with the vitamin D drops, okay? Because this is honestly a big one. That's what this is about. Getting your sunshine even when there's not much sunshine out. Okay. Let me go ahead and flip to the D3 drops in the product carousel. Now, what you will also see is that we have on on 15% off sale. We've got the D3K2 capsules also. So if you don't take many capsules throughout the day and you want a capsule option, especially if you want it at a really fantastic price, go ahead and tap on that and just see what you think would fit best. I just personally am kind of obsessed with the drops. Anything in liquid form, I absolutely love. So let's go ahead and talk about the D3K2. It's really, really important, okay? Let me get one more sip of my delicious little mocktail that I just made. Oh my gosh, I'm loving that, you guys, loving it. Now, here's the thing. Vitamin D is often called the sunshine vitamin, right? We know that, but that is for good reason. So our bodies naturally produce it when our skin is exposed to sunlight. But here's the reality. There's a ton of people that don't get adequate sun exposure consistently, right? Especially during the seasons like we're in right now. Much shorter days. Sunlight is kind of hit or miss, depending upon where in the world you live. Much busier work days. Typically, we stay in more. We are a little bit more stagnant. We don't move our bodies enough when there's not enough sunlight, when the days are shorter. Vitamin D is most commonly included in wellness routines that are focused on seasonal balance, for instance, mood support, just overall daily wellness, and then, of course, immune resilience. So what a lot of people do not realize is that adequate vitamin D levels are basically foundational. They're pretty major, okay? So when vitamin D intake is low, the body often has to compensate in other ways, which really can show up as very low energy, low mood, just feeling off and out of balance, and you really can't pinpoint why. There's a ton of people that say, I just feel kind of depressed in the winter. Well, it's no wonder. You know, our entire system kind of slows down, and that's the reason people feel like I can't pinpoint it, but I just feel off. I just feel strange. I feel, here's the thing, we're programmed, you know, our modern day society, we're so fast paced, we're programmed to think that when we slow down, we're lazy or we don't have enough self-discipline and things like that. That is not the case, my friends. It's actually like scientifically proven that our entire system starts to run a little slower, all right? It's in conservation mode, if you will, and that's okay. Now, that's really why I love and appreciate the Nutraharmony D3K2 drops. So let me go ahead and give you a close-up of the actual product, just so that you will have that as reference. Hopefully my camera will get with it and quit trying to focus on my face. There we go. Vitamin D3K2. These are highlighted in the product carousel right now, but like I said, right beside of it, you can absolutely scoop up the capsules if you want a really fantastic price, because the capsules are currently 15% off right now. So amazing, amazing deal. However, this bottle of D3K2 drops, it's a 60-day supply. So this little tiny bottle, you know, 60 days, gonna get you 2 months worth, and it's still under 20 bucks, okay? Plus, here's another thing. I should have mentioned this at the very beginning. Anything that is not on major sale, like that has a little red highlighted square, you can get 20% off. So for instance, if you love the fact, you know, that you want to use liquid, you don't necessarily want to do the capsules, but you're like, oh gosh, I don't know, the capsules are on sale, and you really are leaning towards the drops, grab the drops, and then you apply the NHLIV 20 at checkout, and it's going to give you 20% off. So that's a pretty amazing deal. So whatever discount you don't see, like if you don't see any that's highlighted in red, go ahead and apply that. It's in the chat box comments, and I've got it scrolling across the screen. So it's NHLIV20. Apply that at checkout in promo code form. You're going to get 20% off. So that's an amazing deal, right? So basically anything that you can't get an automatic discount on, you can get 20% off with that. So that's pretty nice, right? Now, the D3, okay, the D3K2 drops. The D3 form is the form most commonly used in supplements because it is the form that the body utilizes most efficiently, and that's important. But the K2 is just as important, and it often gets overlooked. There's a ton of supplement companies out there that will sell you D3, but they don't have the K2 included in it as well, and I'm going to tell you why. The vitamin K2 helps support where the calcium actually goes in the body. So when the D3 helps with calcium absorption, the K2 helps guide it to where it's meant to be used. Does that make sense? That's like a partnership that really matters for long-term balance. And it's why these two are so often paired together in supplement companies that really are backed with integrity and that pay attention to what they're doing, okay? Now, I also love the drop format because it's really easy to use and it's very gentle. I often, like if I'm in a hurry and I've just eaten my breakfast, these are best taken with a like a healthy fat kind of meal. So like an egg or some cashews or something with butter. Whatever you choose in your breakfast. I take these first thing in the morning when I eat my first meal. Even if it's something small, like a handful of cashews, just some kind of a healthy fat, that's when these are best utilized. So I eat my breakfast and then typically I'll just put these directly under my tongue in like a sublingual method. So anything that you take in a sublingual way, it bypasses the digestive tract. You don't have to wait for your digestive system to break down the capsule, and it's a rapid absorption. So also anything that you take right under your tongue, it immediately is absorbed into your bloodstream. So I love getting that full benefit like immediately. I am working on my patience. I've not always been the most patient person. I feel like if I'm going to take something, I want it to work and work as quick as it's meant to work, right? That is so good, you guys. Oh my goodness. So good. Hold on. I got to check the sugar content. All right. So I used about half of this, and depending upon what kind of sparkling water you use, this has 5 grams of added sugar in it. I used half of it. So I've got about 2.5 grams of sugar in this whole thing. And it's delicious. Now, granted, the raspberries have a little bit of natural sugar in it, yes, but I'm not worried about that. I don't worry about natural sugar in any way. That is so good. Oh my goodness. It might even be making my teeth blue. I don't know. I don't think it is, but if so, that's okay. All for the cause, right? Now, you definitely can add these to any drink, all right, like we did today, or you can add these to a smoothie of any kind. You can, let's see what else. You could add these directly to your morning oatmeal. You could put it in, you could sneak this into your kid's water bottle, okay? No matter how you choose to take it, be consistent at it, all right? And try your best to pair it with food. It doesn't feel clinical or complicated at all, especially in the liquid form. It's not even, you don't even have a capsule to swallow, right? This is why I love including the vitamin D earlier in the day in something really refreshing like this little spritz mocktail that we made. It's light, it's uplifting, it's refreshing. It's going to be amazing during the summer. And it just kind of feels like you're aligned with the sunshine, especially in theme, especially when that natural sunlight is very much limited as it is right now. Now, why lion's mane, is basically your brain's best friend. This is what I love about it, okay? Seriously, it is a remarkable mushroom. I'm holding the wrong thing, sorry. We're moving on to lion's mane. Now, the lion's mane is meant to, let me show you the product real quick. And as I pop that up in front of you, I'm going to pull that up on the product carousel as well. Let me find it. All right, there we go. Why is it not focusing? Me and technology, we don't get along often. There we go. Nope, sorry. Okay, well, you get the idea, right? It's popped up right on the product carousel. So the lion's mane extract, okay? This is kind of a chill mushroom, all right? It's remarkable. It really is. It's the ultimate like chill, focus, and glow up support system. People have been loving it in traditional medicine for ages, for centuries, and now science is definitely catching up. It's kind of confirming the potent mental and whole body benefits of lion's mane. And it, all of this stuff adds up so that true, radiant, kind of zen focus, but not with jitters, if that makes sense. Lion's mane is a total star in routines that are dedicated to getting that mental clarity and comprehensive cognitive support. And I don't know about you guys, I will take all of the additional cognitive support and help that I can get, 100%. You can give me all that you want, right? It is absolutely famous for and well known for its unique compounds. And, these are being studied even currently for their potential to boost nerve growth factors and the production behind them. So what I personally love is that it really gives you a clear and calm focus, not that wired feeling in any way. It's basically like a calm focus. That's how I describe it to people. Nothing jittery. It's not even close to being a stimulant. If anything, it calms that wired feeling in your brain and it helps you to zone in and focus, okay? There's a huge difference, right, between that jitter, like caffeine boost that you get sometimes. That'll definitely give you a cognitive boost, but it's very temporary. And sometimes that comes with like racing heart. And if you've had too much caffeine, it will definitely affect your sleep and things like that. So with lion's mane, you can definitely forget about the jitters. You're not going to get any kind of like rapid spike in any way. Lion's mane encourages a smooth, sustained flow of concentration. So this is key, especially if you are kind of caffeine sensitive or you're just trying to like dodge the energy spikes and the crashes that definitely come with it. That messes my day up. It's great to feel that caffeine jolt, but then in an hour or two, I'm like, okay, now I need more caffeine. It's like a vicious cycle, right? By nurturing stable brain function by way of something like lion's mane drops, it's going to help you stay centered, and it's going to basically help you to walk through your goals, be productive throughout the day without stressing out your nervous system, which is what too much caffeine will definitely do. So, you can't talk about health, of course, without talking about stress. So when you're nervous, speaking of the nervous system, when it is basically like constantly on high alert, thanks to our modern day lifestyle, right? Our fast-paced lives, okay? Poor sleep, environmental noise, all of that stuff. It kind of kicks off a whole chain reaction, all right? So we're talking chronic inflammation, spiked cortisol, which is never a good thing, and a huge slowdown in systemic recovery. So when you are stressed, of course your sleep suffers. Your immune system also starts to dip. Your recovery starts to slow down and your skin starts to show it as well, okay? Stress shows up in many areas as many different things. You're going to experience, at least, okay, I'll give you my personal experience with stress. I start to notice dullness in my skin. I start to notice increased sensitivity, like a little bit of breakouts and like little things like just small irritations. I wake up in the morning and I'll have like a rash or something. I'm like, where in the world did that come? Well, it's because, for instance, the holidays brought about a whole lot of stress for, they're wonderful. They're full of fantastic memories and great things, but they are also full of chaos and sometimes way too much food fun, if you're like me. I indulged way too much. And I feel like that just stresses some of my organs out, okay? Because I'm not typically used to eating like that. So basically, I needed mental clarity at its best, okay? I needed a calm focus. That's kind of non-negotiable for me, especially when it comes to a January reset or a January like, okay, now I'm going to get back on track, right? Now, for me, a calm mind, it definitely means a calm body, okay? And that definitely frees up resources for repair and regeneration and maintaining that healthy, vibrant, glow, okay? Lion's mane is basically your shield against daily stressors, okay? It just kind of slides into your routine 100% easy without being fussy or lots of steps and taking a bunch of capsules throughout the day, right? Nutraharmony, they know consistency is everything. So that's why the lion's mane drops are seriously, really is the easiest thing to use every single day. Just drop them straight into even your morning coffee or your morning tea, a smoothie. Try to take them when you eat your breakfast though, okay? The best part is they have a very neutral profile, definitely, and it won't ruin the flavor of anything. This is just a very simple way to kind of integrate them in, just to make an easy daily habit, try to stick, right? And it's one that you can actually stick with. Now, you need to remember that it's a cumulative effect. So you're going to get those long-term benefits of this incredible mushroom after consistent use, right? So make lion's mane a staple in your daily routine. I definitely have. I can't go a day without it. You know, it helps to support brain power. It helps to support that inner calm. And it spells, to me, it spells out like calm focus, like nobody else can, right? Now, I do want to go ahead and move towards the Biotin Collagen Drops. Let me go ahead and find those in the product carousel. I'm going to highlight those. There we go. And we've also got the gummies right beside. And then at the very beginning of the product carousel, you'll see that the D3K2 and the Biotin Collagen are bundled together. That's an amazing discount as well. So definitely take advantage of that and check into it. But the thing is, I want to chat about the collagen, the Biotin Collagen Drops. Let me give you a close-up of that product. You guys, these are amazing and I'm loving these. Let me get the camera to focus once again. Come on, buddy. It's searching for my face. There we go. All right, perfect. So, you know, there's some really amazing facts about biotin and collagen, okay? This is what truly, I think, makes this a beauty mocktail, most definitely. I'm gonna take another little sip. Speaking of our beauty mocktail, it is beautifully blue. It's got raspberries in the bottom. You're seeing the recipe on the screen. Definitely grab a screenshot of it. I'm excited for that this summer. Like, I'm going to be making that on a daily basis. That is for sure. Let me scoop my stuff over here. Now, the neat thing about the Biotin Collagen Drops, okay? All right. I feel like it's so much more than just a few drops, okay? It's kind of, or it needs to be, part of your glow up routine. It definitely is part of mine. Collagen, and I mean, I turned 46 in August. I will take all the extra collagen benefits that I can take, that I can get, right? Collagen is basically the scaffolding of your body, okay? It's the most important common protein that we have, and it's what keeps your skin looking healthy and bouncy and hydrated. It's a super popular addition to any wellness routine. It always has been, especially for people who really want to keep their skin structure firm. Yes, please, right? For people that want resilience in their skin structure, that want to keep that youthful looking glow as long as we possibly can. As we get older, or even really something as simple as like when the seasons change, our skin can definitely show signs of being a little deflated, starting to look thinner, drier, a lot less bouncy. That's very common, you know, because our body naturally slows down on collagen production, especially in the winter months. And of course, as we age. But taking collagen supplements is a really smart, very proactive way to feed your skin from the inside out. So yes, topical treatments, things like that, you know, I honestly, the older I get, the less I reach for, or the less I fall into some trends when it comes to skincare. I like to keep it simple, clean ingredient, because really my focus remains on what I'm fueling my body with, what I am feeding my skin, but from the inside out, okay? And, you know, yes, your topical creams and your, you know, your treatments and stuff like that, they're good, they're okay. I'm sure, you know, you guys have your favorites, as do I, but mine are very simple. I don't have a whole big like skincare regime. I'm so tired at the end of the day. I'm like, I do good to just wash my face and brush my teeth and get in the bed. I had to take my contacts out. You know, you got to do all the things. The last thing I want is like this 6-step skincare routine. I feel like what makes the most difference is what you provide your body, the health that you provide your body, especially when it affects your skin, the way that I know that it will. So when you supplement with the collagen drops, okay, you are giving your body the essential tools that it needs to keep your complexion smooth, bouncy and supple, and a little more radiant. So then, because it is coupled with biotin, all right, so you've got your collagen and you've got your biotin together. Let's see if it'll, no, it's not gonna, it's gonna focus on my face. This crazy camera. Excuse me. I love this camera, but man, it loves to just focus right here. So when you have your biotin and your collagen combined, that's the best of the both worlds, all right? Your biotin, or basically vitamin B7, is a nutrient superstar that works perfectly alongside collagen. It is crucial for maintaining healthy keratin production. Keratin, that's the structural protein that makes up your hair and your skin and your nails. It is a must-have in any routine that's focused on boosting like strength and vitality. When you pair it with collagen, you get a full spectrum, inside-out approach to full beauty support, in my opinion. And of course, Nutraharmony, you know, they get that keeping up with a routine is a whole lot easier when it fits into your life and it's easy to do. That's why they offer the really powerful collagen biotin support in two convenient forms, okay? The Biotin Collagen Drops and the gummies. I'm gonna take out the gummies and I'm gonna show you. I've got a little bit of a throat tickle. I'm so sorry, I'm gonna have to cough. Excuse me, I was trying to step out of the camera frame, but my tracker is too smart for that and it follows me. So these are the Biotin Collagen Gummies. Let me highlight those on the product carousel for you. Those just happen to be 15% off. That is an amazing deal, limited time deal. Not going to be on that discount for long. And I'll show you the gummy form. It reminds me of a little tiny gumdrop raspberry. Here we go. Super cute. Wait, oh, there we go. Tastes delicious. Absolutely delicious. Actually, let me take 2 seconds. I'm going to turn my tracker off here. I am so sorry. I'm going to walk off the camera just for 2 seconds and spray my throat. I have got a throat tickle that will not go away. I'll be right back. Goodness. All right. Okay, I think I'm better. I think I'm better now. Now, the thing about the gummies versus the drops, there's really not a difference when it comes to potency and how they work. It just depends on what you like better. All right, they both give you the same high quality ingredients. Basically, you just pick the form that works best for you. You know, if you like a gummy, if you're a gummy person, absolutely go for the gummies. The drops, the liquid version, they're great if you love a little ritual of mixing or customizing your dose. Okay, they're super flexible. They slide right into any drink. You can put them right into your tongue, put them in your coffee, your tea, whatever. It's basically a seamless way to kind of upgrade really any existing drink or smoothie routine, okay? And you know you're getting that goodness in there. Now the gummies, if you're all about like maximum ease, the gummies, of course, are a winner. You know, they're quick, they're delicious, they're chewable, they require zero prep time. You can pop them in your mouth on the way out the door. And they're just the perfect way to support beauty wellness in an effortless way. Now, here's the thing. There's no magic like better option between the drops and the gummies. The most effective product is always the one that you are going to actually use every single day. When it comes to supporting your skin, your hair, your nails with collagen and with biotin, the thing is, here's the key, my friends, consistency. Consistency is the #1 key. So sticking to a daily routine, it's honestly, that's what truly matters, okay? I'm so sorry. My throat is just giving me fits. Now, sticking with a routine, yes, matters completely. That's going to ensure that your body has a steady supply of vital nutrients that unlock their best benefits over time. And I want you just to quickly keep in mind that these products are free of any weird stuff, okay? No additives, no fillers, no unnatural yuck, okay? So brand transparency is very, very, very much important. Now, I want to quickly recap and kind of re-anchor what we did today for anyone just jumping on. And if you have just jumped on, say hello in the chat box. I'd love to get to know you guys and let me know if you have any questions, of course. But as we recap, and again, you've got your, I'm going to slideshow here. You've got their Sunshine Glow Stack and the Sunshine Glow Berry Spritz Mocktail that you can grab a screenshot of. Oh my goodness. What is it when you start coughing? And then when you need to stop coughing, you can't stop coughing. Gracious sakes. I'm probably going to have to end the live a few minutes early. We basically made the most delicious Sunshine Glow Berry Spritz Mocktail. It's got your vitamin D, your lion's mane, your collagen beauty. This is a whole mocktail designed to support glow, clarity, just daily wellness, but in a really gentle and sustainable way. I'm gonna grab a drink real quick. And I'm spilling it on myself. That's great. That's part of the live stream world. Sometimes when I do these cooking, it ends up like a disaster. Luckily, I'm not cooking. I'm just mixing up a little mocktail. So I do want to chat just a few minutes about, when everything kind of winds down, I want to introduce one more product to you. This is where I love to introduce the Nutraharmony Magnesium 5x Complex. I'm going to put that right here, let you see it up close, and I'm going to find it and highlight it in the product carousel. All right, where's it at? Where's it at? Excuse me. All right, where is it at here? I don't want to take too much time trying to find it. It's in there, I promise. You just gotta grab it. You gotta scroll through and look for it. I'm so sorry. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move on. And this is definitely something worth mentioning. Okay, while the Sunshine Glow little berry spritzer that we made is designed, it's delicious and it's designed to kind of invigorate your days. The Magnesium 5x Complex serves as the perfect counterpart. So it kind of guides your body toward restorative rest, deep recovery. This is an essential mineral. It's the cornerstone of holistic wellness. It's particularly valued in evening routines, and it's pretty much profound benefits, full of them, when it comes to relaxation, systemic balance, physical comfort. Magnesium plays a huge role. 300 different enzymatic reactions within our body rely on magnesium. That makes it, or it should make it, part of your evening routine, okay? Highly important for your evening routine. So it's specifically known for nervous system balance. Magnesium acts as a very natural calcium channel blocker, and that kind of helps to calm the excitability of your nerves. That's why it's great for winding down, okay? It's also great for muscle comfort. It's great for enhancing sleep quality. I personally, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to probably end the live stream. Yeah, I think that's best because I cannot continue. My throat is giving up on me. So thank you all so much for being here. I'm sorry I have to end quickly, but I got an issue with my throat going on. See you guys on the next